Well, the reason I went into financial services was probably happenstance. After 4 years of college and focusing much more on playing sports and maybe too much social life and not enough scholastic life, I really wasn't very prepared for actually working. So I kind of looked around and saw a guy who I thought had kind of figured it out. He was very successful financially. He had a great family. He seemed happy. And he was in financial services. So I kind of applied to the company he was working for. After this series of interviews, and I actually got a job offer extended to me, I was elated and scared and wasn't sure whether, I was up to the task. My dad climbed telephone poles for a living. He was a lineman for the Boston Edison Company. He never went to college. So this was really new for our family, for me in particular. So there was definitely a little trepidation as to whether this was going to be a fit. But we were in pretty good shape when we had the mother of all technology problems on August 1st of 2012. We had a software installation issue go very badly. It completely screwed up our trading systems, and we were creating havoc in the market. In no time at all, we had a $6 billion position, about $3 billion long and $3 billion short. And everybody in the world knew that we were holding, a whole bunch of, if you will, poison. And the markets just went against us. So in less than 24 hours, we lost over $400 million, which was our entire equity capital base. This happened on a Wednesday. And talk about bad timing, on a Tuesday, I had my knee operated on. So I was at home that morning, literally with my knee in a wrap, with an ice machine on it, with a container of Percocet beside my desk. And I had ESPN on because, it was a quiet August 1st in 2012. Little did I know that if I had CNBC on, I would have heard about the error. The chief trader finally got a hold of me at 10 o'clock. So we finally got our arms around the problem. We stopped the trading. We literally pulled the plug on the server that was delivering all these bad orders to the market. And we went about recapitalizing because there's about 450 million went out on Wednesday afternoon. The regulators worked with us. They were very kind to us. They gave us some rope, but they basically said, you're out of business if you don't have a new equity base, if you haven't recapitalized by the market opening on Monday. So as I like to kind of blithely say, $450 million went out on Wednesday, and $400 million came in on Monday morning, and we were back in business. I think as police commissioner, the thing I most enjoyed were the issues in and around personnel. It was more interesting and more important to me to be part of developing the police force. We hired 15 new patrolmen and women. And in the process of all of that, we probably promoted 12 or 15 others. So the whole thing around the personnel and kind of raising the bar in the police force as part of the oversight group on the commission was my favorite part. I decided to become part of the Montauk Distilling Company kind of the same way I became an initial investor. Lucio had an idea, I invested in it. Lucio came back to me with another idea, I invested in it. And the next thing I knew, I invested in it. There was enough cash involved that I became partner. It was kind of, it just evolved. It's really interesting because after 35 years in financial services, the food and beverage industry, distilling in particular, is quite different. It's probably arguable, I don't know, I had a lot of fun in financial services, but it's probably more fun. And having said that, it's almost as regulated as financial services. So it's really different, really fun, but still challenging. I think our most important goal, the biggest focus we have at the Montauk Distilling Company, is to build the national brand. Now we have 8 different spirits. We have vodka, we have gin, we have 2 bourbons, 4 rums, and we have ready-to-drink beverages, if you will, hard seltzers. So we have a wide spectrum of offerings. The interesting part is I figured this out fairly early. Once you establish the fact that your product is good, i.e. the booze tastes good and people like it, And we have that and then some because almost all of our spirits have won taste awards. But then it's sales and marketing. So you got to get out there and meet people and sell the product. So what we want to do right now is continue to do that, be in front of as many people as possible, and hopefully build a national brand. I think Montauk resonates around the country, if not the world. So I think we have a good start, and now it's up to us to, again, in 4 or 5 years, to be able to look back and say we did it. We built a national brand.